Again, we're still dealing with graphs of linear equations, but now we're going to talk about inequalities. We're going to determine whether an ordered pair of numbers is a solution of an inequality in two variables, and then we're going to graph linear inequality. So the solutions of inequalities in two variables are ordered pairs. So what's going to happen is you'll pick a number for x, and you'll plug it in and it'll spit out y, just like we've done in the past, like for the t-chart. This time they have given us an ordered pair, so we put it in, and is it true? Is 11 less than 15? So it's true, so therefore it's a solution. Alright, now we're going to graph y is less than 2x. Now the first thing you do in order to graph the line y equals 2x, so for every solution of y equals 2x, there's an ordered pair like 1, 2. And you can do it different ways. I mainly just see where it's going to cross the y-axis. So if we go in and we let y equal 2 times 0, so y equals 0, so it crosses the y-axis at 0, which is there. And is it going to ever cross the x-axis? So if we were to go back and plug in 0 equals 2x, divide by 2, 0 equals x. So it's going to cross again here at the origin. So you can just shade up and create a line by just creating a regular slope if you want to. So they did. They went, they used a slope of 2. So they went up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So once we found out where it graphed, this 2 was our slope. Remember, it's attached to the x. So now if we choose a point and plug it into the original equation, we're going to look at it. So in this case, because it's the origin, we can't plug in 0, 0. So they chose to use point 2, 0. So they went over 2 and used this point right here. So when you plug in 0 for y and 2 for x, the statement becomes true. 0 is less than 4, so you shade everything on the right hand side because you're shading because it included that point. Alright, to graph an inequality in two variables, replace the inequality symbol with an equal sign and graph this related equation, just like we did. If the inequality symbol is less than or greater than, then you draw a line that is dashed. If the inequality symbol has a less than, equal to, or greater than equal to, then we draw a solid line. The graph consists of a half plane, either above or below, left or right of the line. And if the line is solid, if the line is solid, the line as well. So we want to make sure you cover that. To determine which half plane to shade, choose a point not on the line as a test point. Substitute to find whether the point is a solution of the inequality. If it is, shade the half plane containing the point. If it is not, shade the half plane on the opposite side of the line. So for example, if we were to graph this, and we've talked about how we would graph, I would graph using the x and y intercept. So if I let x equal 0 minus 2y, which is less than 6, so I get negative 2y equals 6. Divide by negative 2, y simply equals negative 3. And if you notice, that's where it crossed here in our diagram. And then if I say x minus 2 times 0 equals 6, so x equals 6, and if you notice again in our diagram, that's where it graphed. So there's a line, and it has an equal to bar, and because it has the equal to bar, then what we would do is we would make sure it is a solid line. Now, because it didn't go through the origin, I would use the origin. So if I say 0 for x, 2 times 0 is less than or equal to 6, is this true? Is 0 less than or equal to 6? That is a true statement. So we're going to shade everything on this side. We're going to shade this half plane. Alright, let's look at this one. It says x equals 1, Notice that it is, x is greater than 1. So it's a dashed line. And if you choose anything on the left or the right, you really don't have to choose. It just says to shade. Because x is greater than 1, you're going to shade everything on the right hand side to make that statement true. Last one, y is greater than or equal to 1. Now it's a solid line because it has the equal to bar. So what is all greater than 1? That would be everything above. So we would just shade above. And we're finished with all of chapter 3. Good luck.